Good afternoon, everybody. I am sitting out here with the dogs, trying to get some vitamin D sunlight. Again, I'm going to show a video, and I'm going to react to the video. So, here you go.
Virginity. What is and what's the big deal about losing it? Let me cut to the chase. Virginity is a completely made-up concept. It's a term that was created simply to control and shame people, mainly women. A virgin is someone who's never had sex, but it's not as simple as it seems. For one thing, medically, virginity isn't a real thing. In some cultures, people place a lot of importance on the hymen, a thin, fleshy tissue located at the opening of your vagina, as a marker of virginity. But the status of your hymen doesn't actually mean anything. That's because having penis and vagina sex is not the only way a hymen can stretch open. It can happen by putting something in your vagina like a tampon or a finger, riding a bike, or doing sports. So you can't tell if someone's had sex by the way their hymen looks or feels. Another reason the idea of virginity is complete nonsense is that sex means different things to different people. Generally speaking, society tends to define sex in a very narrow way: penetration, penis into vagina. But where does that definition leave queer people, or folks who can't or don't have penis and vagina sex, and choose to have oral, anal, or another type of sex instead? And not everyone's first sexual experience is consensual, meaning that they were forced or pressured into having sex. There is also a double standard on who carries the burden of virginity. Society puts pressure on men for not having sex at the exact same time they shame women for having it. Make it make sense. Either way, shame has no place in someone's personal decisions about sex. It's time to throw away the notion of losing your virginity. What if instead of losing something, we reframe it as gaining? Because the truth is, when we make our own decision to become sexually active, we aren't setting ourselves up to lose anything at all. We hope we are gaining things like intimacy, self-insight, pleasure, and empowerment. All of these myths around sex and virginity can be so hurtful and overwhelming. But here's the one truth you should remember. Sex is defined by one thing and one thing only: you. Maybe that's being fingered for the first time. Maybe it's having anal sex. Maybe it's having your first orgasm. Maybe it's masturbating for the first time, or when you enthusiastically consent to sex. That's the beauty of your sexual journey. You're in charge, and you can figure it out on your own terms. Choosing to have sex, when, what kind, where, who with, is something that only you get to define.
Shout out to the right-wing angel for that video, because I wouldn't have found it if it wasn't for him coming across it. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because I find that video to be the most disgusting portrayal of what you are trying to teach children. Now, I hope this video reaches any child, any teenager, anybody, women, mothers, whoever you are that is looking at this video. I hope that you come across this and get involved into your children's lives. It's clear that there is an agenda to pervert children. It is clear that there's an agenda to destroy anything that symbolizes trying to have any type of morals, any type of value. It is very clear that this is an attack on the family. It's an attack on the normalization of having a mom and a dad and being straight. This is what it's an attack on, and The reason I find it so disgusting is that this is a message that continues to pass from schools. It's a message that continues to pass from different places in society, in music, inside TV shows. No matter where it is, it's always there. And what's most disturbing about it is that many parents are okay with it. They're okay with it. And I'm gonna call you all out and call you a bad parent. I'm gonna call you a crap parent. Your child should be stripped away from you, because if you are teaching your children this, you are just as dangerous as these people that take advantage of little kids. You are just as bad as them, because you have forced them into this ideology that is not good. It is not a moral stance. It's not a tolerant stance. It is a disgusting display of evil. And that's what it is. You're evil. You're not a good person. You're not a tolerant person. You're an evil person for allowing this to continue. And for all those people that continue to say that it's about tolerance, that it's about equality or any of that stuff, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself and only yourself. And you don't have to believe in God, but one day, I hate to disappoint you, you will be judged by him, whether you choose to believe him or not. You will get in front of God. And just because you don't believe in him, it doesn't change the fact that one day you will be in front of him. And you will have to answer for what you've done to your children and to the youth around the world. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. And the more that you continue to tolerate this in our society, you should be ashamed. I'm done trying to tolerate people's behaviors and let them live the way they want to live. No. You should be shamed over and over again. This is not healthy for our society. It's not good for our society. It's not good for the kids. You have allowed these kids to be perverted because you are perverted. You're bad people. You're evil people. And evil people deserve to reap what they sow. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day. If you came across this message and became educated on exactly the type of crap that's going on, I hope you share this video, and I hope that as a parent, if you are watching this, that you get more involved in your kids' lives, because these are the perverted people that are teaching your children. You are responsible for your kids. Don't expect society, don't expect the government, don't expect anyone to raise your kids the way you want them to be raised. If you want them to have morals, if you want them to have values, then you're going to be the one to teach them. Because our society is perverted, our society is ruined, and the only way it's going to change is when parents decide that they are going to make the change in their kids' lives. Stop allowing other people to take care of your kids, because they don't care. You have yourself a wonderful, blessed day.